but the public just doesn't believe that. Joseph Patrick Murphy, good afternoon, brother. Right? It's still real, it's still valid, it's still happening, is it not, sir?
Oh, yeah, I haven't disappeared. And in fact, there's more action now than there was even a month ago.
Are we better off without the screaming and yelling on social media and the histrionics, sir?
On balance, I'd say yes, that anger is a bad advisor in every case. And emotion like that, it's by definition unreasonable. And it was leading to people getting hurt, people shooting up ICE stations. We talked about it on your show. All sorts of things, even to the extent that the migrants themselves, if they were being apprehended, would believe that they should run or fight.
Yes.
This is not a good idea either. I've talked about this before. They're trained. This is what they do for a living. Think about what you do for a living and what you're good at. That's what they do. Running from ICE or trying to fight with them, it's going to end badly for you.
Hey, so Joseph Patrick Murphy, are they still coming and snatching people outside court, ICE?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was a couple. I think a guy got apprehended outside court last week. They're grabbing people at the regular clip. People are scared to do that. They don't want to go to court. Sometimes you can run through the raindrops about half of the time, but they're pretty effective at what they do.
And are families more inclined to self-deport now than you've seen before?
I've never really seen that before at any significant scale in the 25 years that I've been doing this. People hire me to stay here, not to get out. But I have started getting calls where people are saying, Joe, how do I get out of here? Joe, what do I got to do? Can I get out of here without getting arrested on the way out? I advised another lawyer, actually this morning, was over in court with a client facing a plea. And as my colleagues sometimes do, they've got a deal going, but they don't know what's going to happen if it's going to cause an immigration problem. He shot me a text. Hey, Murph, sorry to bother you so early. Can my guy take this plea? And, the way it was going, if this young man pled guilty to that reduced charge, he was going to be pretty much a subject of a manhunt, right? It would not like, oh, if we catch this guy, we're going to take him and deport him. We're going to find him. They would have gone out looking for him. And I said, if he's going to take that plea, he could do that, but you might want to talk to him about just going home and cutting out the 6 weeks in detention before they deport you. But that's the situation we're in now.
Joseph Patrick Murphy, immigration attorney. My man, it's as if a spigot turned off. A month ago, we had folks shot and killed by ICE. We had violent engagements. Now, sir, nothing. Have they changed their tactics that you know?
Not significantly, no. It's the media, the outrage cycle is just turned off and went to look for something else.
Nice.
I mean, I know this is a very sensitive subject. I'm going to talk about it for a moment.
Yes.
But look how fast the hysteria over COVID-19 disappeared when Russia invaded Ukraine.
It's true.
It was like the same thing, like that. It was gone. The searchlight, the outrage, the TikTok videos, boom, in the next direction. And that's what you just saw. But these things didn't stop. I mean, the immigration enforcement is proceeding as per, and in fact, increasing. And, leading to me to question whether any of that outrage was real at all, or whether it was just
it's actually a wonderful point. It's a wonderful point. So you're saying that the number of engagement with ICE is increasing here, you're saying?
Yes, it's slightly up now over the last couple of weeks, absolutely. And again, the media coverage, to your point, although I had a reporter up here, I'm talking on media with you today, it's not been what it has. You don't hear the stories, all these different things. And you and I were even in on it with Mr. Flores and the different cases.
No, it's true.
That the Brazilian fellow that got arrested in Glen Osborne.
Yep.
These were all big, highly celebrated, highly emotional, tearjerker stories. They talk about the little kid with cancer, all these different things. Really whipped us all up. And then, like it didn't ever matter. Just disappeared.
Some of your clients you were concerned would be go into hiding when they saw some of the ICE tactics. Is that happening, sir? Is that happening?
Oh, I mean, I haven't seen one of those go on in a couple of weeks. I'm sure it's still happening. These people, you got to understand, ICE is a modern civil law enforcement agency in the sense that they've got all sorts of biometric information, facial recognition, fingerprints on the vast majority of these irregular migrants that are running around our society. This is not 1910. Going into hiding is unlikely to work if you keep your cell phone with you because it's a tracking beacon. Some of these cell phones, immigration has put tracking apps in them. So you're going to have to get rid of, if you want to do that, that's one of the things you have to do. People don't want to let go of that cell phone. I've seen ICE let them keep their phones after they're arrested. This is another great genius topic because guess who illegals, the first call they make from the back of the police car or the jail cell at ICE, guess who they call first? Other illegals.
Really?
Yeah,
Seriously?
and that right, and there's right. Of course, they call their cousin and they say, "Oh my God, ICE got me.
Oh,
Call Murphy, get me bailed out of this thing." And what they're doing is giving ICE information about where the other illegals are. Of course, I've got TikToks out about this. It's if you get
wow.
arrested, you may think they're being nice guys because you love that phone. As we're finding out now, some of these apps are addictive, so people don't want to let go of them. And ICE lets people keep their phones. They think, "Oh, what nice guys." And then as soon as they sit down in that car, they pick up the phone, they dial me, they dial their uncle, they dial other illegals, and that gives ICE information about other potential targets. So don't do that. Call me.
Are you concerned about the reporting of the lack of training of ICE officers, sir?
I very much so.
Yes,
There's
sir.
some things developing now where I'm not going to comment too
Sure.
significantly on it right now, but there's been a big rush. There's been a lot of money dumped into this thing. There hasn't been enough time for normal training cycles of a law enforcement officer. And Trump's only been in office for a year and a couple months. Training a real policeman takes quite a while. It's not something you can just do overnight or grab people out of central casting because they look big and strong. And some of these people, and also police training vets, in a certain sense, a certain intellectual or even moral or psychiatric defects would be uncovered during police training that aren't being tested. The vetting isn't happening. So you're getting people out there that, for the most part, are doing okay. People still have basic values and understand how things work. We've all seen TV shows about cops. But you're getting people out there who don't know what to do, who can't
Are
handle
you
pressure
seeing that turn up in
properly.
cases, sir?
Yes.
You are, okay.
Yes, and indeed, it was a really weird situation last summer where I was at a business and somebody from ICE showed up there. I said, "Oh, hello, I'm Joe Murphy. I'm the lawyer for the company." And he said, "I don't talk to lawyers."
Oh.
And I said, "Wait a minute. That's usually my client's line that they don't talk to cops, right?" But this guy literally said, I'm not allowed to talk to lawyers," and ran away. And again, if depending upon the amount of training that you were giving, whatever this person's rank was, you might tell them don't talk to lawyers because this is a hot topic right now. But those are the sorts of things we're seeing, and there's other things that'll be coming out. Yeah, I mean, again, the people that I've known for years are great. The ICE officers here in Pittsburgh, I have a very good relationship with them. And as I've often said, if you ever really need a break in the system, it's not going to come from the judges or the prosecutors. It's going to come from ICE. They can cut you deals on things that can be very good and they can be very humanitarian. So our local guys are great, but that particular fellow that I'm talking about had a phone number from like Alabama.
Wow. Joseph Patrick Murphy, the man. Thanks, brother, for clarity. Truth to power, man. Thank you.
My pleasure, Marty. Bye-bye.
It's fascinating. Fascinating.
Listen to The Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.